What is up, homies? Welcome back to another reaction from Heroes Reforged. We're doing the trailer reaction for Spider-Man No Way Home. The official teaser, 3 minutes long. What a cinematic saga with this damn trailer. Holy guacamole. I don't know about you, but I'm kind of just ready to jump in unless somebody has a thought.
I have zero thoughts. Let's go. Oh, wait. Our resident Spider-Man expert, Hector Navarro, is here.
I just want us to try and remember this moment right here, because none of us have seen this yet. This trailer dropped right as I was having dinner. Adam was calling me, and I was like, I'm sorry, man, I'm gonna eat. Can you give me about 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes? And he was like, yeah, sure. So I just want us to remember, like, everything that we're thinking about right now, everything that we think it could be, all of the rumors that we heard, like, it's always fun to remember what we thought of a movie before we actually get to see, you know, what the marketing is, and in a couple of months we'll have seen this movie. So
what if we get to the end of the trailer and it says coming 2022?
Oh my god.
Here we go. On go in 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh my god. Dude.
Oh, look at this. This is a good one. Some suggest that Parker's powers include the male spider's ability to hypnotize females.
Stop. Can we just like stay up here all day? It is so crazy.
Love the piano theme.
Yep.
That's right, folks. Spider-Man.
It is crazy down there.
Peter Parker.
Damn.
I did not kill Mysterio. The drones did.
The drones that are yours.
Ooh.
Does any part of you feel
That's heavy.
Framed?
What do you mean?
Now that everybody knows, you don't really have to hide or lie.
Well,
that's
the record.
Oh wow.
This is
How do you tell someone that you're
this is going to prove why Spider-Man needs a secret identity. This is going to be hard to watch.
But this isn't about me. This is hurting a lot of people.
Oof.
I've just been thinking about how to fix all of this.
Wizards will fix it.
Wait a minute.
To what do I owe the pleasure?
I'm sorry to bother you, sir.
Please, we saved half the universe together. I think we're beyond you calling me sir.
Okay, Steven.
Doctor.
That feels weird, but I'll allow it.
When Mysterio revealed my identity, my entire life got screwed up.
Jesus.
I was wondering if maybe you could make it so that he never did.
Strange.
Don't cast that spell. It's too dangerous. Fine. I won't.
Oh,
Are we gonna wipe the memory of
Oh no.
all the events?
I was about to forget that Peter Parker is Spider-Man.
Wait, everyone?
Oh my god.
Including MJ?
People still know?
Comic books
That's
ever.
not how the spell works.
So MJ's gonna forget about everything we've ever been through?
Stop tampering with the spell.
Oh my god, Ned, he's my best friend. Oh, my Aunt May should really know.
Stop talking.
Oh my god.
What just happened?
Cast the spell.
What?
That's what you wanted, Peter. That's what you wanted.
Of space-time.
The multiverse is a concept about which we know frighteningly little.
What the what?
The problem.
What is
you
going
trying to
on?
live 2 different lives. The longer you do it, the more dangerous it becomes.
Happy.
Oh!
That's the green.
Be careful what you wish for, Parker.
That was for sure Willem Dafoe.
No way.
There's our boy.
Holy shit.
Oh my god!
Wow.
Hacha mama.
Wow. I didn't know it would make me so happy to see Alfred Molina in that role again. Like, what?
Oh my god. I'm looping this immediately. They did it, y'all. They did it.
Fair to assume if Willem Dafoe and Alfred Molina and Jamie Foxx did leak on his Instagram he's going to be in this movie.
Yeah. It was like
safe to say that Tobey and Andrew Garfield are in this, and they're going to wait
here's
till
the
the
thing.
very last minute to reveal that.
I imagine that if they are in it, and they very well could be in it, it would be like, it could be in a cameo capacity at the end, because it looked like that was bad guys coming up through some portals, you know, coming up through some Doctor Strange shenanigans into our MCU 616 sacred timeline. So what that means is, if the bad guys are kicked back, maybe we'll see a little, you know, Andrew Garfield in the suit or Tobey Tobey Maguire in the suit, or I honestly still believe that Andrew Garfield was not asked to be in it, and that they could just use a CG model or somebody else wearing the Amazing Spider-Man suit, and somebody else wearing the Tobey Maguire suit when they kick back Alfred Molina to that dimension, and when they kick back the Electro character or whoever else into the Amazing Spider-Man dimension. And that's kind of crummy because it's like, it would be cool to bring those guys back, pay them, you know what I mean? Like have some kind of an open door. So it's like a great little thank you and for the fans, and even though it's Tom Holland now, to kind of acknowledge everything. But at the same time, would fans feel shorted if those roles are not like Michael Keaton in the new Flash, where it seems like he's a pretty major part of that story?
Yeah.
You know, so there's two different approaches. You know, it's either have them as cameos or loop them in and be like, all three of the Spider-Men are teaming up for the whole movie. And it's like, that could be cool too. But what I love about this trailer is it's still Tom Holland's Peter Parker's like story. It's so great.
Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, I think, showed the potentiality of what you could do if you decided to play in this world of the multiverse. Obviously, who knows if this was like the concept that they had years ago when they were developing this movie, or before they even got to this third movie. But the fact that they did decide to go in this direction, and however they decide to change the past, and who knows, for all the people who know that he's Spider-Man, it's kind of nuts that they like really are bringing back these characters. Never in a million years would I have thought.
Nuts. Absolutely nuts. Hector, I'm gonna bet on the cameo capacity of these characters, specifically the Spider-Men, Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, because I feel like you could run into dangerous territory of them stealing away the movie and stealing away. Not that it's not, you know, they don't deserve it or anything, but this story feels like there's something else going on, because if you think about the logic of Doctor Strange, he's willingly, like, he can kind of tell the future. He can go into the future realities and see what's going to happen. Why is he breaking this stuff on purpose? Is it just to teach Peter a lesson? Is he really breaking the multiverse on purpose? Like, I have to think about those motives.
That's a really good point. I'm thinking back on when Doctor Strange and Spider-Man have had great stories crossing over in the comics. And one of my favorites is like, Doctor Strange is the only person who can kind of stop this invasion of like the mindless ones. You know, Dormammu's forces are invading New York, and all the Avengers are kind of not, you know, able to help. And Doctor Strange sends back Peter Parker like in time a couple days to warn him of the thing. And so stories like that which can come down to Peter, but not because he's the most powerful hero, but because he's like the most reliable or the most responsible or, you know, whatever. So maybe there's something else there. Also, we have to ask, like, how is this going to tie into Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness? And the tail end of WandaVision, which Marvel Studios and Kevin Feige have said that like all of these projects are kind of linked in some way.
Yeah, I think so. He seems to also really emphasize that Spider-Man and Doctor Strange specifically link in some way. I don't know how, but they link in some way. Maybe this disruption of the multiverse requires Wanda to help Doctor Strange set it back to the way it was. I don't know.
But he does it on. Wanda tells him not to do it.
Yeah,
and he does it anyway. Strange, no, he's smart. We know that he's smarter than that. He's equivalent to the Ancient One at this point.
But no. But here's the thing.
But
he's knowledgeable, and this is what I love about Stephen Strange. He's knowledgeable, but I think he is a normal human New Yorker guy who, like, he does sometimes give into
off more than he can chew.
Emotions. He bites off more than he can chew. You know, he's a flawed character. Like, frankly, I think Wong in a lot of ways is more qualified to be the Sorcerer Supreme, but Stephen Strange gets the role in some versions of the story because he has this kind of like talent or like something special. And sometimes you need to kind of break the rules a little bit to be able to be successful in whatever you're trying to do. So I feel like sometimes the comics have hinted at like Stephen Strange just kind of being a white guy doctor from New York. How is he going to end up on the other side of the world and be the best sorcerer of them all? It's because of the type of person he is and how he's wired and like what kinds of decisions he makes. Sometimes they don't always work out, but sometimes they do in big ways because he takes big swings. Yeah, I feel like he has a little more Peter Quill than we think normally of Doctor Strange as being so regal and being so put together. I'm like, he still lives in Greenwich Village. He's, you know, he cared about having a lot of money not too many years ago. Like
he's like the rock and roll sorcerer.
A little bit.
Okay, so that kind of does make sense, and I totally get that, but I feel like breaking the multiverse is a big breaking the multiverse on purpose is something that like that's outside of your scope.
Yeah.
But it's going to be interesting to see how, if and when this movie takes place in the timeline. We're not exactly sure.
Well,
is
it
Wanda
looks
already
like,
a thing at this point?
It looks like it picks up right where Far From Home ended, but we don't know if there is some kind of an internal time jump. Obviously, like there could be weeks, there could be months. There, if it's tying into the events of things like Loki or WandaVision, will the timeline end up shifting at some point in the movie by a few months? Because I think WandaVision is like 6 weeks after they return. They bring everybody back. 3 weeks. So it's possible that this
Endgame.
So it's possible that this movie could do the same thing.
Yeah, but also the end tag of WandaVision where she's in the cabin, that could be months and months after the events of the show.
Exactly.
Also, people watching this right now have not seen Shang-Chi. We've seen it. I think it's safe to say, without spoiling anything, we have an idea of where it kind of falls in the timeline. And I would still side with Adam, who is saying that it feels like it goes Far From Home right into this. So maybe because Far From Home is like months after the events of Avengers Endgame into the next year, possibly. So like, 2023, 2024. So like, it feels like this is, obviously it's a continuation of that, but that might be closer together than like stuff that's happening in Shang-Chi.
And I'm solely basing that off of the beginning of the trailer where they recycle some footage from Far From Home.
Right.
I also think a big question mark is going to be, will we get some sort of an explanation of how he survives and how Norman Osborn survives?
Hey man, when I was in college,
he does very much have a different look.
He does look a little different.
Movies, but
it feels like we know what Act 1, Act 2 is going to be. In Act 3, it looks like it is going to be this like revisiting the Spider-Man villains of the past. I would love to see Willem Dafoe come back, Alfred Molina come back. Do not invite James Franco back. Don't need to see him. Sony, we're good. Don't do that. I would be cool with Thomas Hayden Church, Sandman coming back. I would be cool with, I know it would never happen, but Topher Grace Venom, but Sony would be like, no.
I'm going to scratch that one. I'm going to scratch that one too.
And I know people are not fans of the films, and I love many things about them, even though I think they are kind of uneven. I would love to see the Lizard come back, maybe just even in CG form. Like we don't have to see Dr. Curtis Connors from The Amazing Spider-Man, as well as I would love to see Electro, Jamie Foxx, and to just have that.
Well, sounds like you're going to get Electro for sure.
Those 5, maybe 6. I don't know who could be the 6th, but like I don't need it to be
the Rhino.
Yeah, we got
Vulture. There's also Vulture.
But here's the deal: like the Vulture and Mysterio are from the Sacred Timeline, and this looks like it's a multiverse Sinister Six. And I'm still holding out hope that Alfred Molina he's going to be thought of as like, now because of Loki, a variant of Otto Octavius, and that we either have in the MCU another actor playing Otto Octavius or Octavia or Olivia Octavius, and to have like a Sacred Timeline version of Norman Osborn, Otto Octavius, Sandman, have these characters show up and they team up with Michael Keaton and Jake Gyllenhaal to form a very kind of comic book accurate, if possible, Sinister Six. I would still like to see that someday. The other exciting thing too is we heard a few weeks ago that like Kevin Feige apparently hit up Tom Holland and was like, hey, let's talk about doing another trilogy. It's like, please keep that deal going until forever. The day I die. Please, please.
At what point do you think it's appropriate to do the death of Spider-Man?
Oh man,
one more trilogy.
One more trilogy. I think one more trilogy is good.
Yeah, honestly, because. Damn, oh man, that's a great question. I'm so conflicted, but if there was a Spider-Man 6 with Tom Holland, who's like 39,
he's got to pass the mantle at Spider-Man 6. It's Miles' time to take over. But now that you mentioned it, Hector, this is Sony. Sony did, the Spider-Verse. There's nothing stopping them from bringing in the animated, like Looney Tunes it out, Roger Rabbit it out, and bring in Miles Morales, all animated.
Wow.
Bring Last year, I would have said that's a terrible idea. But this year we saw Miss Minutes and Loki, so I'm like, whatever, fine, who cares, whatever.
That's what I'm saying. Like, go for it. Might as well go for it, because I feel like it's going to be a big third act, like just wow fest of like, oh, there's this guy, oh, there's that guy. I have a feeling that these two characters, the Goblin and Doc Ock, are just the tip of the iceberg as far as the villains go. I think we're going to see a bunch of them, probably even villains from universes that we don't even know about.
Can you imagine if we actually got Catherine Hahn as Doc Ock?
That's what I'm saying. There's nobody stopping that. There's nobody stopping you from even bringing the Spider-Verse character of her into this universe. Like at this point, it's the multiverse. You can bring in anything.
this like union of these multiple Spider-Man franchises in some weird way. And maybe when I see the movie, I won't feel that. But right now, it feels like it is almost like a huge celebration of all three of those franchises. And a thank you to the fans for kind of just sticking through all the BS that, you know, Spider-Man's been through some stuff while he's been at Sony. And like for everybody embracing Spider-Man and all this stuff, like it feels, I genuinely feel like they were in a room, they're like, would it be absolutely fucking insane if we took all the players from these franchises and for the fans, we united all of them in a multiverse story? That's crazy.
I don't think that's insane at all. I think that's really dope. And I think that's the liberty that you get when these studios merge. Like that's what you get. You have a full playground to play in. Take advantage of it, dude. You have the Sonyverse, you have everything. So make it happen. Like this could be maybe a one chance, because it might be like a one trick pony where we just see all of these villains come in. Because imagine every movie from now on in the universe, in the Marvel universe, being like, oh well, we're gonna fight 6 different other versions of Thanos and 6 different other versions of Cap, and you know, it's just it'll get super gimmicky very quickly. So I think they got to be really careful with how they bring this stuff in. And this feels like the perfect one because Spider-Man was one of the original superheroes that started off this whole thing, this whole movie franchise. So I think it's a perfect time to pay homage to all of this stuff.
If they got Chris Evans to come back as Johnny Storm from some other universe, like, what's going on? And then, that would be a great joke. No one would be like,
that would be crazy.
Like, oh, my favorite superhero character. Everyone would laugh and laugh, and it would be like Ryan Reynolds making fun of Green Lantern is what it would be like. So that's
I'm gonna go to sleep and then wake up December 17th now.
Guys, let us know in the comments below what you thought about this teaser trailer. This is a teaser trailer. Another trailer is going to happen probably when Eternals comes out. Let us know your thoughts. What are some of your theories? Do you think we will see Toby and Andrew? I think everybody's hopeful, but let us know some of your theories. Check out all our other videos, and we'll see you in the next reaction. Bye!